James Branch Jr. Now then, Lamex Stadium back in, when was it, May? Was it May? You finally got that knockout, but you seem to have been quite keen on scoring.
Yeah, it was. I was over the moon with it. To be honest with you, I say it to everyone, and I honestly mean it. It weren't a big deal to me. It wasn't.
No, not at all.
I know the celebration looked a bit differently, but it was just sort of like it was like a relief of pressure because everyone looking upon me. That's all everyone else is talking about. That's all people seem to be interested in is about stopping people and getting them out there. So it was just like a big pressure off my shoulder. Finally, someone dropped.
Now, if I think before that fight, I happened to bump into you at the gym, and we were talking about your previous fight, which was quite a sort of a hard-fought sort of war, and you were getting a bit touchy, it's got to be said, about sort of saying, I haven't been fed any Latvian or Hungarians to knock over, I've been given tough opponents. Why were you being so sensitive at the time? Were you getting a bit of criticism?
I can't say I've not had criticism. Of course I've had criticism, and then like when you read what people are saying, and that people ain't really got a clue what they're talking about. To be honest with you, but you got to take it, and then everyone's talking about it, and yeah, like obviously before I boxed, you can't say if you look at the record. I did have some. I've had tougher fights than other people, and that, but I'm not bothered now. I'm up for getting in the ring and fighting whoever. It doesn't matter to me. I wasn't criticising. I wasn't slagging off.
It did seem to be bothering you at the time, though. You launched into this. I only sort of said it was hard work last time, and you launched into this sort of passionate tirade about how you've been given such tough opponents at this stage of your career. No wonder I haven't got any knockouts. Something really rattled your cage at the time.
I bit the bait, didn't I? I really did bite the bait that day. I think I was having a bad hair day. I think that was the problem.
Tell me about the criticism, though, because obviously if you look in mainstream sort of media, you don't see criticism of boxers after 2, 3, 4 fights. So where was it coming from? Was it little snipes on social media, things like that?
Yeah, a lot of it's on social media, and I suppose there was probably when I turned pro, there was a lot of. There's been a lot of expectations from me. I broke a lot of records in the amateurs, as I've said before. But really, I'm going to stop talking about the amateurs and what I've done there now. I want to go through. I want to start winning the titles now in the pros and that. But obviously, there's always been a lot of expectation on me because of what I did do in the amateurs. I broke a lot of records at young ages. I was apparently I'm the youngest ever ABA heavyweight finalist. I've done that at 17 years old. I've done big things. Do you know what I mean?
Not that you talk about it anymore.
I'm not talking about it. I don't talk about it. People like mention it to me. No, but that pressure has followed through, and it took me. I think it has took me. I've got to say, it's took me a little while to adjust, and just to get used to things differently as a pro. And I was thinking that the other day, it has took me a little while just to settle into the pro game from the amateurs. It's all been a little bit different, and I was always a million miles per hour, you know what I mean? And it took me a little while to adjust, but I really do feel now, and I think I showed that in my last fight, that what James Branch can really do, you know what I mean? The relaxation, man, and I was making the box nice that day, do you know what I mean? I did box all right. So, and it's coming, and I think eventually I'm going to be one of them fighters where I'll be better over the longer distance. You know what I mean? I break my man up who I'm in the ring with. I break them up, break their heart. You know what I mean? Break their heart, break their soul in the ring. Make them miss, hitting them, and then eventually we break them down. And I think that's going to suit me in the long run for the 8 to 10 to 12. You know what I mean? Because we're going to break them up, and then we're going to get them out there.
Tell me, did you feel, has it been any sort of extra burden to you in the fact that, like yourself, your dad was a decorated amateur, and it didn't click for him when he became a pro? Have you sort of felt that little burden, just to sort of saying you don't want history to repeat itself?
Yeah, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I have. It has. Of course, it's been on my mind. I see. I mean, me and my dad are the same. I mean, and a lot of things that have happened, funny things I could tell you about that you probably wouldn't even believe. Stories about wherever our first fight, where we won our first best boxer of the tournament. Things so similar with me and my dad, you wouldn't believe. And so yeah, it does play on the back of your mind, and then the pressure. And I think people from like what I read and that, they're looking to see, well, they want to see it happen to us. People don't want to see you do well with that. Do you know what I mean? I've learned a lot. I think I've grown up a lot and matured a lot in the past year to see people's real colours and that, and not everyone's on your side. And it's took me a little while to adjust to, and I think I'm used to it now. The ball's rolling, and I think obviously I'm fighting now September 14th coming up. I think my next few fights, I think you're really going to see what I can do. You know what I mean?
Is it perhaps a case that maybe you need to be, or become a little bit more mentally resilient, a little bit more mentally tough, so you can sort of black out all this stuff and not wonder about it, not worry about it?
I'm still winning, so it don't matter. And I'm going to keep winning, so...
It will do, because as your career progresses, you know, I mean, the mentality of sport is such a big thing. And so maybe this is a little sign to you now, just to black out what doesn't matter, control the controllables.
As I just said a minute ago, that's what I mean. I've learnt from that, from the first couple of months, and when I'm turning pro and that, everyone's saying about banging people out and that, and obviously I think to myself, I've just boxed that geezer's head off. Do you know what I mean? What's wrong? Do you know what I mean? I'll just box that geezer's head off, and people... Anyway, look,
you've got to stop being sensitive to outside forces.
To be honest, you just caught me on a bad day. It was just a bad day, I'm telling you. I'm right. I ain't bothered what anyone has to say. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go in there now and they're going to do my thing. Good or bad day, I'm going to win no matter what.
Now then, have you got to find a balance maybe? Like you say, you're happy to break people down over time, win on points. You like a little knockout if you can get one. But is there a balance to be struck in the professional game, given that we are in the entertainment business? You want TV slots. To get a TV slot, people have got to want to see you. They've got to say, well, it's going to be exciting, you know. Other than that, unless you deliver a sort of punch-perfect masterclass, which other people will appreciate, have you just got to sort of find that balance?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I've been saying the whole time. It's about mixing it up now, a bit of both. You know what I mean? And as I say, I'm learning that. I really have learned a lot in this past year. My first year as a professional, what I've learned about the whole business, about boxing, what's going on behind closed doors, what people want in the ring, everything really. Honestly, when I say I've really matured and learned a lot this past year, and I think it's all coming into place now. It's all coming into action, and it's going to come. I'm getting stronger as well. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting bigger by the day there now. If you look at me, like it was a photo of me and my dad the other day. There's no difference in the size of me and my dad. I'm getting bigger. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting wider. You know what I mean? I'm feeling that. I'm starting to get that real. I can really feel that man strength coming through now. Like I don't like talking about it too much, but inspiring people. I'm hurting people now. I'm hurting people a lot more than what I was doing before. I'm hitting people. I'm seeing. They're shaking down to their boots now. Do you know what I mean? When I'm landing clean on these fighters, that never used to happen before. So it's coming over maturity, bit of strength, bit of age, and that it's coming.
How much weight have you got to spare in that cruiserweight sort of margin?
It's a massive. Well, it's a big
one, isn't it?
It's a big drop. It's from 78 kilo. It's from 78 kilo to 91 kilo. I ain't never making 78 kilo.
Where are you now, though? Sort
of. A bit heavy at the minute.
You still got to make weight, have you?
Oh yeah. People don't think it because I'm not ripped up and that, but listen, it ain't easy for me to make that. I'm a big kid, or I don't realise. And unless you put me next to a heavyweight, you don't actually realise how big I am. I'm quite deceiving in that. You don't realise the size of me, how thick I am. You know what I mean? Thick set. Yeah, I've got a diet to make the weight.
Well, it's funny you make that point. I mean, given how social media is a very unforgiving arena, in your own words, and you said, because I'm not ripped up and that, have you had comments about that on social media?
Yeah, you can imagine, can't you? You can imagine what people are saying.
Well, I could, yeah, look at me. But
I think you're looking good, Nick.
Thank you. I always liked him. Is that something you sort of think, you know, if people are making comments, say, about your physique during fights, when the fights are going on and you're looking back, no one likes that sort of criticism, do they?
Yeah, that really don't bother me. Knock me physically, say what you want. Say I'm the ugliest man in the room, don't matter, that don't matter to me. But boxing bothers me. I'll bite to boxing. But no, say what you want, don't matter, don't what you say about me, it doesn't matter. I know what I'm doing in that, do you know what I mean?
Which takes us nicely to September 14th, and it's a belting card at your call, isn't it?
It's a really, really good card now. You've got a lot of good like, I think that card's like, we're all tomorrow's fighters. Do you know what I mean? We're all the future coming through. Young Sonny, you got a really good fight for the British and Commonwealth title. No, Lucian's fighting for that. Brad Foster, sorry. I think we got Chelly against Sadiq. That's
Bang up.
Chelly against Cody Davis. Sorry, that's going to be a good fight. That's a good card. And you got are going to be champions as well. You got me, Arvion. Good fight. You've got some really, really good talent on that card. That's going to be a good show. I think that's going to be a cracking night, September 14th, and I can't wait to go in there and set the place alight.
Is that the aim? And aside from winning, is it sort of statement time, like you say, set the place alight?
Yeah, set the place alight. I want to go in there. I want to put this. As I say, as you learn now, this is the entertainment business we are in, and as I say, I've learnt this and that, and there ain't no business like show business. I want to go in there. I want to entertain. I want to decorate. I want to light the place up and put on a lovely boxing performance. And I'm not saying I want to knock him out. If the stoppage comes, it comes.
You didn't stop for breath there.
I've been thinking about it.